3, 2, 1. Welcome back to our Gen Podcast. As always, your hosts. I'm Luna.
Chooch.
And just real quick, we do want to give an apology to Izak. He is a 15-year-old rapper out of California. We did have him on the podcast
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And we tried on Saturday, whenever we tried editing and all of that, we couldn't do anything with the video. We couldn't touch it, we couldn't share it, we couldn't get it on the flash drive, we couldn't do anything with it. The file was pretty much corrupted, and I don't really know exactly what that means, but bottom line, we can't touch the video, we can't do anything. We're still trying. I don't know if it's even in our reach anymore, if there's anything we can really do, but we're still trying. We're pretty much hoping that eventually one day we can get a hold of it, even if it's tomorrow or in 2 weeks, a month.
We'll drop it.
The ultimate goal is to drop the video.
Yeah.
And it might not be a Sunday drop, but we'll drop the day we get it to work. We're gonna edit it that day, and we're gonna post it that day. It might be on a Monday, Tuesday, whatever the case is. And we do apologize. We're gonna leave his Instagram in the bio. In the description. Check him out. He really wants to do this rapping thing. It was actually a really good episode. Yeah. Kind of shame that we can't really get a hold of it right now, but the ultimate goal is to obviously get a hold of it. But now I want to jump into the giveaway.
Yeah, so as y'all know, we have a giveaway going on. This is episode 7, like how he just described. 6 got corrupted, and like we said, share the channel on any social media platform, tag the channel, and you enter the description. Now we had pretty good amount of entries,
like 26 or something like that,
which is crazy for us. So, it's 2
out.
winners. Don't forget, the winners receive a $20 gift card of their choice, wherever they want.
We can just get them a gift card, and if you just get a regular MasterCard gift card, that works anywhere.
But if they want something specific, if they could
if
just
you're
say.
From Fort Pierce, I know I'm literally gonna hand you $20.
So we'll see. But
yeah, I'm checking it up right now, and I will show you guys how much I have in here, but you guys might find out we're lying about how many contestants. But alright, you want to pull a name, and I'll pull the second one.
The first winner of the giveaway is Karina Alfaro.
Karina Alfaro, shouts. Second name
out to her.
Brian Sendejas.
Alright, we got 2 winners.
Got 2 winners, so we'll put these aside. That way we remember. So congratulations to you.
Thank you for sharing the channel. Thank you for everyone who answered. We
Brian,
appreciate.
I'll give you $20 next time I see you.
We appreciate the support. Support's pretty crazy.
We're 2 subscribers away, I think, from 130. So hopefully we get that. These are the contestants that unfortunately couldn't make it.
All 26 of them. But
yeah, going back to the video that we couldn't post. Well, we'll do what we can. It's not.
Yeah. Well,
not the end of the world. It's kind of just phones. What can you do?
Yeah, it's technology. It's good when it works.
And how many times, even in elementary school, whenever the computers were the big computer you had to turn on and then turn on the monitor separately, and how many times you needed to do something and that even didn't work. It was freezing or this and that. And the idea, even every day, we're getting ever so more close to eventually, we just touched on earlier, everything being technology. Right now we live through our phones. Without our phones, we're literally nothing. And it's not necessarily your individual fault, but you just need it to fucking live. You know what I mean?
We're addicted. That's what it is. And off of just like a little side tangent off of like technology. Basically, technology's taking over. That's the way of the future. But it's crazy how like living through your phone with your phone, but like people who like portray a lifestyle that's not really done through their phone. Like people are really living through their phones. I feel like that's kind of interesting. That's like social media addiction is real too, because I don't know. People like likes, followers. It's just a sense of affirmation that people get off of.
It's satisfaction.
Everybody wants to be liked. Everybody wants to be liked. Everybody wants Yeah. So.
But even then, like people that are like that have a lot of followers on Instagram or Twitter, this and that, most of them people are awkward in person because they don't know how to interact with people. And I feel like with the younger kids, for example, your sister, Izak, like
Yeah.
the younger, she's probably gonna be very, very socially awkward whenever she's away. Maybe not so much because she's around you guys and stuff like that, but how many kids around her age are gonna be so socially? Because she's even then she's already on the iPad all the time. You know what I mean? And whenever we were growing up, we didn't have phones.
Yeah.
Or if you did have a phone, it was a flip phone, so you can call your mom if you missed the damn bus or whatever.
Exactly. It was like, don't be texting, don't be calling people.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You had minutes and
not in a certain amount of texts a month. I remember I had gotten in trouble one time in like 8th grade when I didn't even know that like we had unlimited text, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know, but all I knew was like I wasn't really allowed to use my phone, basically.
I remember even a couple years back, not a couple years back, but let's just say 10 years ago, and your mom at night would be like, "All right, give me your phone." You couldn't go.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
You couldn't go to bed with your phone like 10 years ago or whatever it was.
That's how it was. And even on that, like once I found out like, oh, we have like unlimited text, because I would flip out, like people would text me, I'm like, or text me, I'd be like, dude, like I can't text. And then I had told my mom, like, oh, like if you get like, charged or whatever, she's like, we have unlimited texting. I went fucking crazy, dude. And in a month, I think I had 30,000 text messages, dead ass, like sent and received.
Right, combined.
But I just went
stupid.
I went nuts with that shit. I'm like unlimited. So
yeah, like even whenever we were growing up, whenever we were home alone or whatever, there was no Netflix to turn on to keep us entertained. How many times did we not go to the living room, take off the little cushions on the couches, and say the floor is lava? You know what I mean? And you gotta just
between that, like I don't know if y'all had ever came to Chibi's house when we would take the couches off, and it would be like we'd make like a fort in the room, like the cushions.
All the time. Well, I don't know about I don't know if I was there,
but anywhere you go,
you made a fort.
You played with
either chairs, and big old covers, and sheets,
but you interacted with people on like a physical level, not just a communication type of.
Or even
it's not physical.
Whenever you're at a growing up, whenever we go to family like a functions, everybody sat and everybody kind of talked to each other, and if you didn't want to talk to somebody, you just didn't talk. And now you go to a family function and everybody's just.
You could go to a restaurant, and I like to do this. I look at like how many people are on their phones. That's just kind of crazy because a lot of people are on their phones. Like you're there with whoever you're with, family, friends, a couple, whoever, and people are on their phones.
Facts.
It's
gonna suck in a couple years whenever, for an example, like if your grandparents are still alive or whatever, and you're kind of addicted to your phone, even if you're around them but you're always on your phone, whenever your grandparents die, you're gonna be like, holy shit.
Yeah, and we're wasting. The thing is, like, we're wasting time, and we're giving up our time that we're not gonna get back to technology just to blindlessly reach it. Yeah, we might see funny things on the internet, and it entertains us, but at the end of the day, like, entertainment is low key just a distraction from life, which sometimes we need.
Right.
But
you get away some time.
At the same time, it's most of the time we're not being productive. And we talked about this, I think, on maybe the second episode about something about
yeah, whenever Homeboy hopped on, right?
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Brown Store. Mr. Brown Store. But yeah, where it was like, you can use technology and all that stuff to be productive, but at the end of the day, most people don't.
Yeah,
exactly. Everybody wants to point out the exception of that, where it's like, oh, well, I can use this. I'm an entrepreneur.
In all honesty, how important is it to be on Snapchat? How important is it to be on Twitter? How important is it to be on Instagram?
Yeah,
You should only be on your phone at any time if you literally have to text this person back, you literally have to receive this call, or you literally have to send this email, whatever the case may be. Or even if you do run a business off of Instagram or a page for a
podcast,
had to get this post out, had to post a story. But in all honesty, your screen time shouldn't be more than an hour, if that.
But
you know what I mean? It just really shouldn't be. There should be no reason why you're stuck on your phone just scrolling. There should be no reason behind it.
Yeah,
we just do it. Like, even me, I'm not saying that I'm always on my phone and like.
No, I catch myself on my phone a lot, but Mainly, like, I think my thing is I've kind of weaned off of like Snapchat. I used to communicate with people for the most part. That's what I use. And even streaks, like if you think about streaks, like we're just, for whatever reason, we don't want a streak to break. But I do like the concept of, like, even not talking to people every day, but like it's kind of like a communication type of thing. Like you see someone every day in a way. But Snapchat's like, okay, like I use that like as a texting app basically. Instagram I don't really use. Facebook I use for memories, like when it'll give you a notification. Yeah, it's just like the Snapchat one, except it gives you a notification instead of like you click the app. So I'll go and I'll look at that. Twitter, I'm a fucking Twitter addict, dude.
But Twitter's crazy. I love Twitter.
Twitter is. It's funny because like you see Facebook people and Twitter people, and they're so different. Like they just haven't evolved.
The thing is, Twitter is like, it doesn't matter if even you're only trying to follow this page or these kinds of people. The crazy shit's gonna go on your timeline anyway.
Twitter is.
You're gonna have the video of the naked bitches twerking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
And it's always gonna be you're sitting at the barber shop and some lady's bringing her 5-year-old son to get a clean cut, and it's like a video. It has like probably like a meme, and then you're clicking it and it's just moaning.
Yeah. Like how many
loud moaning? You're just like.
How many people retweet like the whole like the account that's like the sexual gifts or gifs, whatever the fuck you call it.
For real.
It's like, really, like you go on Twitter for this, like
and motherfuckers be following that shit too. Like you're not horny.
You can't, like, damn man. But what are you gonna do?
That's the new porn addiction, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Just you get a little daily dose. It's like
like,
microdosing.
Yeah, dang, I need to retweet this to make sure everybody sees this.
Make sure
if everybody doesn't see this, I can't sleep on it.
Like, this position is what it's like.
This position just hits different. And I need to know that. Like me, like I really need to know that. We're gonna lose a whole bunch of subscribers. You don't want to see my tweets? I don't want to see your videos.
No, we're not talking about anybody specific, but
it's crazy, man.
Technology's a funny thing, dude. Oh, but back to like screen time. I think probably my screen time is really up with YouTube, where I'll be doing something and I could just like listen to a video, because most of the videos that I listen to, even if they're not podcasts, it'll be like, for example, I'm really big into, as you know, like UFC and shit like that, and MMA, mainly the UFC, because I don't really follow any of these other organizations unless it's big name people. So but yeah, like it'll be like analysts and they'll be like talking, so I don't I'll just keep it playing. So, but it's obviously on YouTube and I don't pay for that bullshit,
right?
So,
or even like the last episode we dropped, which is my favorite so far,
Area 51. That was a good one.
I literally just played it, I had my headphones in, I just laid in bed,
yeah,
and like that's all it has to be. You don't have to necessarily watch it or nothing like that. It's I do spend a lot of time on YouTube too, though. Like,
facts, same.
A lot.
YouTube's probably my most.
And I think you can tell a lot about a person. Like, if you go on somebody's phone and just go on their YouTube, what they watch, you can pretty much figure out what kind of person they are. Like, not necessarily every aspect of them, but like, oh, you're into this, or you know what I'm saying?
It depends.
Like on their recommended.
Yeah, like most females, their thing is the makeup people.
Yeah.
Right?
The recommended, though, could be, because you could watch
one fucking Steve Irwin video and he won't get off my fucking recommended now.
Exactly. Gosh. So I think it's more of like the subscription list that'll tell you a lot about people. I agree with that. But at the same time, too, is like someone, because I do like subscribe to a lot of people when it comes to, for example, like we are obviously big into like hip hop. So like Breakfast Club and shit like that, and we've talked about this before. Excuse me, where it's a lot of the shit that they post, like I'm just hiding it, like hide from my fucking. I don't watch 95% of what they post.
I only watch an interview of a rapper that I like, or like the guy that went on Rogan, Andrew Schultz. I watch his.
Schultz is hilarious, though, dude. He's actually a really good comedian. And like
he does stand up.
Yeah, he does stand up, and I've seen he has like the Russ strategy and stand up, and I think he got it from Russ. Low key, because when he went on Rogan the first time, he basically said that he followed like the footsteps of a hip hop artist, and basically what he does is he just releases his shit, like sets, just like that for free on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
So he's just releasing his sets instead of like all these other stand-up comedians are.
Well, he has a deal with SeatGeek though.
With who?
With or Ticketmaster or SeatGeek, one of the two.
Yeah, but that's for the podcast.
Well, he was saying even to attend his show, that's what he had to deal with them.
But that was on the Rogan one where he was kind of
Yeah.
saying, but that's a lot different from it's not like music where it's like independent versus not independent. It's where I guess in comedy, supposedly I don't really know any of the shit. I get my stuff from like podcasters that are comedians. I basically find out from Rogan.
Rogan's a really
podcast.
smart dude. Like,
I think he's a good.
he has a really good voice for it too.
He has a really good voice for commentating too. I think he's a very good. I think he knows He knows a little bit about everything, but he's not like a master necessarily in most things.
You know that guy? I think his first name is Gary
Johnson. Seriously, Gary Johnson?
No, the guy. I don't know how to stuff.
I think Gary Johnson ran for president. last
Yeah,
time.
he ran like with whatever the fuck. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
I thought he was talking about Gary Johnson.
the guy who does like the he does. I think he has a podcast as well. And there's always videos of him on Instagram, and it's like somebody trying to take a picture. He's like, "Oh, give me some business advice. If you do what you need, by fucking 20 years old." And he was wearing like them golfer hats and the AirPods.
Nah,
I think his name is Gary something. I don't know if you can find that, but
Adam.
they have like a
Give him a name.
like his almost the vibe he gives off is just like so much. Like I'm into like even like whenever Rogan or fucking Steve Harvey, he does this thing like I wouldn't say they're motivational speeches, but they kind of just like their story.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because the character he portrays is just a random dude that's kind of funny, has a really nice mustache, you know? And like,
A really nice mustache?
Dude, that mustache is beautiful.
Look at Jobs.
I know, but like that mustache is beautiful because you know it's always perfectly lined up. I mean, man, like I can go on for days.
You just like his mustache. Go
I
ahead.
can go on for days by his mustache. But listen to them. To them talk about their story, and Steve Harvey was even saying that whenever he was first growing up, what he would do, he'd go to these very, very nice hotels, the Ritz-Carlton, you know, and he'd go in the bathroom when nobody was there. He'd take his clothes off. He'd get, I guess they give out. Did you find them?
Nah, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
He does like just look up business speeches Gary or something
On
like
YouTube,
that.
right?
Yeah, just look up business speeches by Gary, and it's just unpopular. He's always wearing a golfing hat. He's short. He cusses a lot. They asked him like if he'd care about if his.
Well, we're not gonna blast the video right now, so he's not gonna know.
Yeah, but going back to what I was saying, like he'd go and grab the free washcloths that they'd give out. He'd wet them. He'd grab a whole bunch of fucking soap, and that's how he'd shower.
Yeah.
He'd do that, and then he'd get more damp washcloths and take the soap off, and he'd air dry. And if you look at Steve Harvey, you don't even think of this man was doing that, or even Rogan. I've heard videos of Rogan whenever he's saying that the best thing that ever happened to him was whenever he quit his job, and that pretty much his family was like, "What the fuck are we like? You pretty much just made us broke." And he's like, "For a while, I didn't regret it because his family needed the money, this and that." He's like, "But if you're not willing to take the leap, if you're not willing to
Take a risk. And that also just shows you too, where it's like there's enough. And what I love too about this podcast is not going to be about Rogan the whole time,
Right.
But what I love about Rogan is what he said. He puts on like so many people. He puts people on. He's using his platform to obviously to help himself and get other people.
which
too.
I think is our ultimate goal too."
Yeah, we're trying to. We have a
Like Isaac,
platform.
whenever we like, I honestly wanted to plug for him. I wanted.
Yeah. And we're going to it literally
Once you
like
figure that guy, what's his name?
Gary Vaynerchuk.
But that guy, like, if it's like the way
oh
he
Vaynerchuk.
speaks- Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, he's.
Bro, you make that up?
Yeah.
No, but like I wish like the way they carry themselves and the way they they speak about how they did things, it makes me almost like like we can do this shit.
And again, like our platform is just I really want to do this shit.
No facts.
You, Adam?
Yeah, sure, man.
He low-key doesn't give a fuck.
He's
but-
like, yo. But and we can. But it's also about like putting people on, where it's like, all right, if you're an up and coming artist, rappers, we love hip hop music.
And we're gonna keep it real, which we're not gonna sit there and say how good you are. If you're fucking trash reading by listening, your shit's not fucking hot.
We're gonna be honest.
It's
and,
not hot. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. So. But it's sharing the platform and giving everybody a voice, because really what it is like everybody can make it and what they want to do. It's just we're stuck in a box of thinking. Everybody just wants to believe and think like.
Everybody wants to live a normal life.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have the 9 to 5. They want to have the 3 kids. They want
It's
to have
comfortable,
the
the
decent
security.
looking wife. And me personally, I don't know about you, but me personally, I think falling into a routine is depressing. Like you work, I work. My alarm goes off. I wake up. I go take a shit. I brush my teeth. I go start the truck. I get dressed, fill my cup up with water and ice, and leave.
Yeah.
That the fact that I know that I have to do that every single day in that order, and it becomes predictable. You get to work, your boss assigns you a job. It's a routine. And if you pretty much let anything play with your head enough, it's almost like, man.
But you know why it's routine? It's routine because it's something that you imagine doing something that you really love and enjoy all the time. Is that really going to feel like a routine for you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to be routine because you're always going to love to do it. You know what I mean? Maybe you might get unmotivated or not really want to maybe lose a little bit of passion or drive to it, but it won't feel as much routine as, I'm working here and I got to go every single day and work. Shout out to the manager, bro.
Yo. What it do?
I
get what you mean, because if you're generally happy, like I don't hate my job, but that's not. I wouldn't want to stay there for years and years and years.
And that's the thing. People lack motivation. They like comfort, but you know what's more comforting? Doing something that you fucking love to do whenever the fuck you want to do it. Yeah. That's what's comforting.
But it's also comfort's tricky because even go back to what we were saying yesterday when we were eating dinner. Like, money doesn't buy you happiness. If you think it does, it's very immature. But comfort's tricky because even if you are doing what you love, if you're not making enough money, you're not going to be comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many people go to school for? How many people really? I don't know about here, but over there, people that kind of just have to go to school. Their parents make them. They go to school for business.
That's like the common stereotype.
I'm a business major.
You see that too already, right, Adam?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I'm a business major.
Yeah.
I actually forgot what the fuck I was gonna get at, but what do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say you do go to school for business major. Are you really gonna own your own damn business?
Most people don't have an entrepreneur mindset though.
And it's just like you can't be too comfortable with what you're doing, with your routine, with your job, with your career, if you're not making enough money. Because if you do, let's say you're an artist, you do wake up every day and you love to paint, right? If you're barely fucking paying rent and you can barely pay, your gas and your phone, it's crazy to think how much bills actually you have to pay. Your car insurance, phone, your fucking rent, your light bill,
all that shit. But there's also, like everything in life, it's a yin and a yang. There's one, comfort and complacent are two way different things.
I don't know what complacent is.
Complacent is just being okay with where you're at.
Oh, like just lacking the hunger.
Exactly, being complacent. That's what complacent is. But there's also, you have to have a balance of drive and wanting to succeed and move forward. Now, complacent people, they don't really care. They're okay with where they're at. There's where I work at right now. No shout out to them because
fuck them.
I'm not gonna go. I still work there right now, but I'm not gonna say that. But I'm not getting the bag. So
right.
There's people who've been there for literally. They're doing what I'm doing. They have not moved up into anything. They don't even want to drive.
Right.
They don't want to drive.
Well, you turned down a driving job too, right? Oh, that was kind of.
But it's not a turn down thing. It's more like I don't.
And we kind of fucked up the night before anyway.
What?
And we kind of fucked up the night before anyway.
When?
Whenever you were getting ready to take the driving position,
no.
Like a course, weren't they?
No. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You were getting ready to do some kind of course, right?
Yeah, I had to take a piss test, and that's back when I was smoking. Yeah. Aside from that, besides that, like what I really saw is like a lot of the drivers my age, and I talked to the drivers that are older too. It's like a lot of them are like, dude, don't do this. You're gonna spend a lot of your life, like you're gonna miss out on family. You're this and that, like you're not gonna have a life besides this, and they're gonna use every ounce of energy out of you, whatever. And then you talk to the people who are younger, like my age, a little bit younger. No, you gotta be 21. So I don't know, but but my age really, and they're all like, "Yo, the money's really good." Like I ran into homeboy the other day, and he not that anything's wrong with what he's doing, driving. Like if you want to drive, cool. But like he's basically gonna I don't think he's buying the house, but like he's moving from basically house to apartment and a bigger house. You know what I mean? Like buying a lot of these bigger things that he likes. But he was going to school before, where again, school is not necessary, right?
Right.
But at the same time, like if you are a school person, you want to go to school, taking an easy check for something and slaving your life away to that is going to distract you from it. Where me, like I know like school is for me. Like I don't want to do some shit.
You don't want to do labor.
Exactly. I don't want to do labor. I'm doing labor right now and I'm pretty good at what I do, but I don't want to do this. This is not for me. I'm not a laborer. I don't want to be a laborer. What I want to do, you know what I want to do? I want to sit down and chill like this. Get paid for it. Come on, man. That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
Shit,
no.
what do you want to do? Exactly. So, but, you know, let's say this doesn't pan out, which it would. But I'm a school person. Like, I want to do something within a degree. I want to teach, something like that. And I enjoy that because, you know, and back to a conversation before where it's like, oh, you know, like high school teachers, like it's not necessarily like an impact or whatever, but like I feel like I actually was really impacted from some of my teachers in high school.
100%.
And shout out to Coach Crawford, Stano, Woodward, all these people, Weems, people where it's like, damn, like
Coach
they
Weems?
really, Coach Michael Sheldon Weems. You know, we made up his middle name was Sheldon. We would just call that Michael Sheldon Weems. But people like that, like they really impacted me in a very positive way.
It's crazy because people can make you into somebody. People can make you into a better you.
Yeah.
Without directly trying to, or without even saying, "I want to make you a better you."
And it's because they're not forcing anything on you. It's
And
just,
a lot of times, a terrible father can make their son a great father unintentionally because the kid's like, you know what, I don't want my kids to have to go through what I went through. Or even a great father can make his kid a great father as well. Not just saying you have to be like this, but just showing him or just treating him the right way and doing the right things and this and that. And then he's the one to be like, you know what, I'd like to be just like my dad.
and it could also be vice versa, where a great father can make basically a bitch
a fuck
of
up.
a exactly
A fuck up, a little bitch, a
something,
pushover.
a lazy piece of shit. You know, a great father can
That's why
do
it's
that.
it's very
balance, bro.
important that you're raised by both of your parents.
Mhm.
By that I don't mean that both of your parents have to be the strict ones or both of your parents have to be the ones that hated you as a kid. No, I mean that you have to have somewhat of they have to pour both of their cups into the bottle and fill it up.
And
Because if you're raised, I've seen kids that are raised by only their moms, and they're just pushovers, and they're kind of, and I've seen kids that are raised only by their fathers, and they're fucking rude and disrespectful. They think that they deserve everything, and if you're raised by both, your mom tends to give you the respectful side of things. It's
and it could go vice versa.
Yeah,
too,
yeah, it
because
can,
You could
it
take
can.
advantage of
Your mom can teach you, be respectful. Don't say this around these people. And your dad will teach you, hey, fuck around. Like, if somebody says something like, obviously, everything, you're always just joking around with your boys or whatever, but if somebody says something kind of like a jab at you, better jab right back. You can't sit there and just not jab back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even like your father's, like, mine's very, on about this. Like, you don't have a pissy ass mouth around a woman. Don't try to be all, fuck this, fuck that around a woman. You have to be you don't have to act different, but be the best version of you whenever you're around a woman.
Hey, don't be kicking these motherfuckers' games. They're not paying. They're not paying.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But I think again, like, and even people who like maybe they have one parent or whatever they need. It's not even about biological parent. It's the figure of that. You need that figure.
You're gonna have a mom, and even how you see your coach at school, your teacher at school. He won't be your fatherly figure, but he'll
It's
pour a little bit
like
of his.
that, yeah.
He'll sprinkle a little bit of his dust on you.
Yeah.
It sounded kind of nasty, not gonna lie. But you know what I'm getting at. Like,
that didn't happen. No dust sprinkled
No
on me
dust,
from no damn
nothing.
teachers.
but you know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They can put their 2 cents in you and make you, or
they can
influence you.
They can make you a better person for sure. But yeah, it's all about influences.
Okay.
You have fun, all right?
That's our second manager.
But it's his manager, mine.
Yeah, we pretty much have independent managers because once the money starts coming in, we're gonna need
Yeah, we got to split the
splits.
bag. But yeah, no, I think going back to that, it's important to have those figures, a parent figure or like a guidance type
Right.
of figure. But you also need that balance between the masculine and the feminine. It can't be. It's a yin and the yang, dude. Everything is a balance.
Everything has to be a balance.
It has to.
That's the only way it's gonna work. And I've seen things on Twitter like relationships only work whenever the man likes the woman more than the woman likes the man. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Because all that's making you is be a little bitch, and all that's doing is you ever heard fucking mandilon? Like that's all it's gonna do. You're gonna be the pushover. You know what I'm saying? And
there's.
You have everything has to be balanced. That's bullshit. No, the girl should like you as much as you like her. And another thing that you know how people are like, oh, this relationship doesn't make me happy. You shouldn't have to rely on your significant other to make you happy. If you can't
be happy with
by yourself, you shouldn't even be in a relationship. Like, well, I seen a quote by Will Smith, and it was like that your wife or your girlfriend or whatever isn't supposed to bring you happiness. You guys are supposed to bring both of you guys as individual happiness and
make a collective happiness.
If you can't be happy on your own, even to this day, I'm still not 100% sure of what self-love might be because I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think we'll always be searching for it.
I don't think anybody is like the thing like, I couldn't be in this relationship because I had to teach myself to love myself. I don't really know what that means, but it makes sense. You know what I mean?
I think, yeah, definitely.
I think what they mean is that just finding happiness and not having to be with somebody.
Exactly, being okay to
be alone or whatever. Yeah,
just be with yourself, and that's we can push this conversation to introvert extroverts, which is really kind of like interesting. Where it's like, okay, a lot of times introverts, not a lot of times, and this isn't for everybody, obviously. So don't take this like super to heart for people who get their panties in a bunch.
We're not necessarily saying that everyone. Whenever we say most, we literally mean amount.
Take what we say lightly. Like if you haven't noticed, like this is a fun thing that we like to do. Like this is a hobby. This is a conversation. Like, but anyways, introverts, extroverts, a lot. Sometimes introverts lack social skills. Mm-hmm. They lack social skills because they're more
because they like staying inside. They don't like exposing
it's themselves. Whereas like extroverts, they're out there
and they know how to use their words.
Exactly.
Manipulative is almost a good example to even.
You could be a manipulative introvert though too, but it's just you're good. Like just you can always be around people. It's really easy for you to get along with people, meet new people, whatever. But it's also that's a benefit of extrovert and a downfall for introvert. But it's also goes vice versa. I feel like most people. I'm more introverted. So, I think a lot of people see it as like being extroverted is better, but a lot of extroverts, they can't be alone. They don't want to be alone.
They
need somebody
on the
people
around them
mm-hmm.
to help bring them
because if they're
happiness or whatever.
Because if they're alone, like not to single people out or anything, I'm not gonna say any names, but and there's a couple people like this, but it's like if I get told, I can't be, like, I just don't like to be alone because my thoughts, like, sometimes they get really dark and I go to a dark place, like, all of us do. We all do. Like, I do. You do. Managers do. Everybody gets to those dark places, but it's becoming okay with that. Mm-hmm. That's life. We all feel sad. We all feel happy. We all feel all these feelings, like, we all get them.
Nobody's immune to them.
Exactly. And it's...
Going back to how we were saying yesterday, just because, whenever they say that men just block their feelings or they just
suppress their emotions.
They cover them up. They're not willing to just let things out. That's okay. We don't have to let things out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no wrong way of dealing.
There's no right or wrong way.
For an example, like whenever someone dies, there's no. I guess
Grieving?
there's.
No, this is the thing. There's no right or wrong way to grieve,
There you
but
go.
there's probably more positive ways to grieve.
Right.
Where the effects will be a little bit more positive.
You can be
or
mad
negative.
about a death. You can be. Do you know what? Thank God they're not suffering anymore. You can be. Why? How many people do question why is this happening to us or
That
whatever
or
the hell?
motherfuckers who you could drink yourself to fucking death too.
Yeah.
Like okay, like when we experience a death close to us, I took immediately like a vacation week. And I'm getting fucked up every fucking night, and that's what I did. But guess what? It's everybody deals with their shit their own way. Now I'm not saying like I drink just to. Anytime I feel like some type of emotion, but
Right.
on the subject of grieving,
That would be like not healthy.
exactly. No. On the subject of grieving, it's like everybody can grieve their own way, and as long as, of course, like drinking is a lot more self-destructive
Right.
to yourself, and you can potentially put other people. Bless you.
We do apologize for the background noise. This is a low budget channel, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
We're renting the stew.
Yeah, it's not a full year lease actually. So
it's episode by episode.
yeah, pretty much pay upfront fee every time you pull up.
Yo, we gotta record today.
Yeah, use $50.
But yeah, so everybody has their own way to grieve. Everybody has their own way to express emotion, whether they want to or not. Everybody has their own way, so it's not like there's no right or wrong answer to anything. Because guess what? At the end of the day, do we have any answers to anything? We don't. We don't have any answers to anything. Think about it. We don't have the answer to anything. There's no perfect way for anything. Everybody goes through their own things. Everybody feels their own things. Everybody has their own experiences. So you can judge all you want, but what is judging going to do besides affect your own self?
Yeah, because if you take the time out of your day to judge someone, your life is very, very
And we all do it though. We all do it.
But there's different levels to it because
But
judging can be as simple as like that guy's car's fucked up. I like how rusty that bitch is.
Exactly.
But
We
some
don't know
people
their situations.
Some people go to the extent of they literally stare at somebody and they point down everything and they whisper to their friend, "Hey, look at this wall."
Yeah, but it's still judging. You know
Yeah, I'm just saying that there's levels to it.
Yeah. Agreed.
There's levels to it. Just because you fucking smoke a little weed here and there doesn't mean you're a fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
But if you smoke weed every day and you fucking get high every day, I do think that's a fucking problem. Personally.
Yeah,
There's levels to it. There's levels to everything.
and you can be productive on weed, but let's be realistic. How many people are and who really is? Same thing with drinking. Drinking, it's a social thing, whatever. Maybe loosens you up. But is it really productive? Alcohol is just, and we don't need to even get into alcohol, weed debate. I think both of us can agree that everybody has their own taste. Where we have friends who I used to smoke, I don't smoke no more. We have friends who smoke, and we have friends who drink. Like everybody has their own poison. So we're not trying to get into
Yeah, we're not saying you're
because a lot of people who smoke do get sensitive when you say you can be addicted to weed.
Yeah,
the thing can't be addicted.
The thing is, weed isn't addictive, but you can be addicted to something that isn't addictive. For an example, our phones weren't built to be addicted. There's nothing in them. There's no fucking nicotine in them, but you're addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Working out.
It's a good addiction, I guess. But it wasn't designed to get you
to be addicted.
hooked on it.
Yeah.
Very few things are really addictive. It's just you become addicted to them. We're not saying weed is addictive. We're not saying you take that first puff and you're like, I love
Oh
this.
my gosh.
No.
Yeah.
But you can be addicted to it, especially our addicted personality, you know? I mean, It's not fucking cocaine. Cocaine, that's addictive. You know, heroin, the hardcore shit, that's fucking addictive.
That shit's
Tobacco, the nicotine, that's
crack.
Addictive. Perfect example.
Tobacco crack.
Yeah, like those things are addictive. We're not, but you can be addicted to something that's not addicting.
Yeah. What you thought about Drake's project? With all the new jams, dog.
New jams.
Bro, that new sound. I like how innovative and creative he was from bringing back like the
No, but he's
09,
no idiot though.
10
Because
sound. Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with being a new fan. Like on Twitter, I was like, "Oh, the Migo bandwagon." Who gives a fuck if you're a bandwagon? If you like a certain song, or if you like
Yeah.
Migos now, but you didn't like them 2 years ago, who cares?
Mm.
But he's not. Drake is a fucking genius because he knows how much more people are riding with him now than were riding with him 10 years ago.
And,
So he's like, I can just fucking put these songs.
and you're
on
putting
streaming
on new,
services.
you're putting new people onto it. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
How
I
many
get
people-
lonely too. Like, I
How
love
many
that
people
song.
are
That
gonna go
song's-
back
I've always
to
loved it.
Drake's early projects just because the care package dropped? Because they're gonna like that earlier sound a little more than this one maybe, and they're gonna go back and his streamers are gonna.
And a lot of the stuff sounds dated. Like you can kind of tell, like some of the things, but it's good. Like it's. I think we should have our own podcast, like a whole episode about Drake. I think we should really get into like a deep dive on him because there's just so many opinions and people who it doesn't come from a valid state, because I definitely was like that too.
Mhm.
Like in a point where we didn't have a whole Drake discussion, to be honest. But you're right. Like people are gonna go back to his shit because it's good music. It's just like Lil Nas X, that EP. Like it's fun, or you want to be, you want to. He's not rapping, or he's not whatever.
I don't even consider him hip hop,
What,
honestly.
he's not. Whatever you want to say about him, like
Low key,
that
Post
shit-
Malone's more hip hop than Lil Nas X is.
and Post Malone, do you really even consider him
No.
hip hop? Exactly.
But he's that much closer to hip hop than Lil Nas X.
Exactly. So, but it's music that everybody could like.
Right.
It's not. There's general music. I think that's what kind of pop is.
Yeah, pop is general music. Now you can.
Like pop is general. It's a genre, but it's also a way to say just stuff that's popular too. Yeah. It's dude words, but
Probably a good place to end it.
yeah. I think we've.
Like, subscribe, share. We'll probably do another giveaway, not too soon, but
We'll see. And I think for the next giveaway we'll do something a little bit bigger.
this was just
but more
to test the
limited.
waters.
Yeah, it'll be bigger, but it's gonna be one
Yeah,
person.
this
so
is just to test the waters a little bit. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment. If you have any ideas, topics for us to talk about, drop them in the comment section. We are going to put Isaac's. Once again, we're sorry, we just out of our hands.
yo, check out his music. Follow him on
We're going to
Instagram.
drop his Instagram in the description, and that's it.